Krazy Work Podcast. This your host, Big Slim.
I'm your host, AL. We back at you again on a Good Friday. We're gonna be discussing some good crazy topics today. Yeah, man, that last episode you did, bro, that was a touching one. Everybody was really, it was in that one, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm glad it's getting the exposure it's supposed to. You know, that was definitely, I think, one of the craziest episodes we had thus far, for real. Like,
I wish I could have got in on that. I had some unusual circumstances, you know, I go, but, you know. Yeah. I'm here now, though. Crazy work. Let's go.
Man, listen, bro. This been a wild-ass work week, though. Well, you see I'm still in the work shirt, so, you know, pardon the attire, whatever. But, man, you know, we here, we rocking and rolling. This is what it is. Man, I want to talk about some shit that happened at work. If y'all don't mind, just bear with me. It's story time.
Crazy work. Let's go.
It's story time. Crazy work stories. Check it, though. I started a new job, right? Last Monday, so this is my second week, right? So, what was it? I want to say Wednesday. Yeah, today's Friday. Wednesday, got a young dude in there. He ain't young, but you know what I'm saying? You know, 30's the new 20. I'm going to say that. You know what I'm saying?
30's the new
20. Mentally, though. I'm talking about mentally, though. That's it. Yeah, not everybody. But you got some of them people, goofy. Man. Yeah, you know what I mean? So, check it, right? We at work. You know, I ain't going to call no names, you know, disclaimer. I ain't gonna call no names, but I'm sitting there talking to my supervisor and one of the leads, and we hear something, you know, boom. But they saying it's just regular, they improperly stacking the equipment, right? So I'm just going with the shit. So next thing you know, the fire alarm go off, but my boss, he leaves. So I'm chilling, still doing my work, fire alarm still going on. And next thing you know, they're like, he pulls up on me, he's like, hey, what should I do? I'm like, what should you do? What? I don't even know what you're talking about. You just pull up on the floor talking about what should I do?
Yeah, panic. You know what I'm saying? Panic mode right now.
So I'm already, my mind clicking, you know what I'm saying? That's the institutionalized bullshit I be having to deal with. My mind clicking like, why he just pull up on me with that? You know what I'm saying? He's trying to get me involved in some shit off the rip.
You ain't even aware of the situation, right?
So he was like, man, you hear that fire alarm? That was me, right? So I'm like, oh shit.
Man.
So I'm like, what you gonna do? Tell somebody, you know what I'm saying?
So
he was like, nah, so we got a white guy that work with us, cool as fuck, you know what I'm saying? We just gonna call him Mr. Smooth for right now, you know what I'm saying? Disclaimer purposes. So Mr. Smooth pulls up, and he was like, man, I'm gonna go fix it. Let me get your lift, Slim. I'm like, fuck no. You know what I'm saying?
Why you want
Hell no. You know what I'm saying?
But
I'm like, you don't need to touch it. You don't need to go back there, because they gonna definitely go back there to see what's going on. And you're gonna be on the forklift, and he's gonna make it look like you did it. You know what I'm saying? I said, just sit your ass down and chill.
I ain't trying to be around close to that shit.
Right? So he goes back there anyways. He's fixing it, whatever. They like, yo, evacuation. I'm like, all right. But I see my man, the other team lead.
Really done it,
right?
Nah,
he disappeared, bro. He's gone. He's gone. He's no longer in the picture, right? So the other supervisor's walking towards where the fire alarm's going off at, and you see Mr. Smooth with the forklift, told his ass to chill, and it's another guy taking pictures. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, this gonna be bad. So now I'm like, man, they about to fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? As far as like the whole department. I go outside, I see the young guy that did it. You know what I'm saying? He walking around looking crazy. I'm like, man, he don't look like he about to be on no solid business. You know what I'm saying?
So the whole time this going on, he ain't really trying to report nothing to
He ain't said shit.
See, that's okay.
He ain't said nothing. So
now everybody else in limbo because of this nigga.
It's the big heads coming from the other plant down in there. Fire department them pulled up 3 trucks deep. You know what I'm saying? So we out there. They clear it. They find out what's going on. Mandatory meeting. Now safety's coming in. All type of shit. They not playing the radio. So after the meeting, they was like, hey, I need all of y'all from this department over here. It's only 3 of us. So we sitting there. He right here, the guy that did it. I'm right here, Mr. Smooth's right here. So the boss man comes up, he's in the Marine, you know what I'm saying? Real solid guy, but he's gonna speak his opinion, he's gonna speak his mind, no sugarcoat. So he's like, I just wanna know who did it. So my man that done it's like, I look at Mr. Smooth chilling. So I'm like, man, you know,
elementary shit.
I'm like, I ain't no snitch. I ain't gonna say nothing either. But in my mind, I'm like, this man better stand on business, because I'm looking at I'm looking at his head like I'm gonna hit him here, and, bro, real quick, right? I said, if I lose my time behind this bullshit, bro,
I ain't got to snitch on you, but I'm gonna touch on you. Yeah, let's
so listen,
go.
The boss man is like, fuck it, don't nobody want to say nothing? I'm going to walk all 3 of y'all out, right? So now I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm about to definitely get up in him. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to give him the business, bro. So he was like, nah, I did it, but I ain't here to fall. So the boss off the rip was like, okay, I'm glad you owned up, but I don't believe that shit. You know what I'm saying? That box is like 600 pounds. You definitely heard it fall from like 30 feet, 20 feet. You know what I'm saying?
How can you not, though?
Yeah. So I'm pissed, right?
That's wild.
He owned up to this shit. So I'm like, okay, I done woosawed a little bit, blood pressure coming down, you know what I'm saying? My eyes ain't so red, my nostrils ain't so flared, my veins are smoothing out, you know what I'm saying? All this good shit, we good. So we go on to work, whatever. So he come back. He's like, man, you think they're gonna fire me? I'm like, I don't know, bro, but I ain't trying to really be around you right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be around none of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to be associated with that type of character at work. You dig what I'm saying? Because I feel like the eyes in the spotlight. Yeah, I just got here.
Me in this boat,
you know what I'm saying?
Nah.
So boom. I tell a couple people, like, you know what I'm saying? They coming up to me, they like, man, don't worry about that. We know it wasn't you. You know what I'm saying? You good. You still got your job. Don't worry about it. Because I'm smoking the fuck out of cigarette. Old lady that came up, she was like, throw that filter away.
But
you know what I'm saying?
It's just the point that even though I'm good, why they put me in they lined me up like I could have been the one potentially done this. So I feel some type of way.
It's just like you riding with your homeboy, you get pulled, he throw the gun in the bag of weed down. You know
so yeah, I feel
it's the same shit.
Crazy right now.
So on that point, let me say this. So I'm talking to my supervisor, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, that was a real fucked up situation, man. He was like, don't worry about it, man. I'm like, man, that shit crazy. Cause I'm like, I know I'm not about to say nothing. He stopped me off the rip and was like, man, this your fucking job, bro. He was like, man, this your job, bro. This ain't the streets. So he said that, it kind of dawned on me, not to say that, you know what I'm saying, I'm like, I'm gonna snitch next time, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that, but it'll probably be some shit like, hey, man, own up. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, at the end of the day, bro, I've worked this long and, you know, I'm big dog in the plan and all that, so... Like I definitely can understand where you coming from with the snitching thing. Like, bro, like just not even saying. I mean, some things you can address to the people, but just being in the office with the behind the back talking all that, bro, that don't really get you much nowhere in the job, bro. In the job world, bro. Even though niggas may do that to you behind your back, your work performance is gonna stand out beyond whatever they talking about.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, you know, it's gonna be somebody gonna say something everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Even if you could be the best worker, they gonna be in there talking about what you ain't done right or some shit. You know how
he think he know how to drive that forklift.
Or they mad because your dollar's stacking a little more than they are, or you doing the job a lot better. It's just a lot of different shit go on with that, bro.
Yeah, but that was just crazy. But it makes you look at life different from a realer point of view, almost like what's real and what's not, because there's a false perception of what's real, and then you got a stand-up perception of what's real. I really feel like real is what you make it, because you could be real as fuck on Monday and fake as fuck on Wednesday.
If you wouldn't have owned up, that would have been a lot more damaging.
Nah, bro, they said they wasn't even gonna fire the man. On some real shit. They was like, you know what I'm saying, they told everybody, like, yo, if you bump something, just come let us know. It's safety, really. Like, you don't know, they hit a water main, bro. You know how much damage that was going to do if that shit bust, bro?
That cost the business money. Yeah. They like, so
bro. It ain't like, you know, he just started too. He was attempt too. So it's like, boom, I hit it. It fell. The fire alarm came on. Hey, man, I just made a mistake and I put the wrong pilot on the wrong rack and it tipped over. That's all it is. So now they know that you a stand-up dude. Okay, we could rely on him.
Yeah,
if he damaged something to report it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even about snitching. It's just keeping it real. If you did it, you did it. You know what I'm saying? Just standing on 10 toes.
It is kind of feel like that when other people are singled out for somebody else's shit, though. It kind of feel like, damn, now you forcing my hand to make me feel like, because I need to keep my job, I have to say who did what. You know what I'm saying? They do put you in them type of predicaments at the job. Yeah. But like you say, you just standing alone and they know, like, bro,
that's
I'm gonna talk to you about it. I'm not gonna go in here and get the supervisor and all these people. I'm gonna get at you about this, bro.
Yeah. I told him no, walking around, so don't be scared to get on that forklift now. You know what I'm saying?
You feel me? Like,
now you want to walk.
And then I already knew they was walking him up out the door. You out of here, bro.
No, I think they let him go, but I think it was like the next day, man. Hopefully,
but they gonna use you up and get your little use up out of you.
But you know, it's like, remember I said we was talking about like little quotes and shit and proverbs or whatever that we felt like might keep us on the proper path mentally. And I had said it's a Chinese proverb that said true wisdom is before the fact, not after. And that's a situation that I look at this shit every day because it's very serious that you look at the consequences and the shit that can happen before you even do something, before you say something, whether you offend somebody, it's going to be interpreted the wrong way. You got to think, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't react off emotions. That's how I look at it, you know? So it's like, anytime something's going down, I'm constantly like running down what's going to happen, like how many different contingencies will I need.
You got to think ahead of the situation.
Yeah, you got to be able to bob and weave a little bit.
Yeah, because if you can't do that, then you're going to really lose out on figuring out if you can get this situation under control. You know what I'm saying? Like, thinking ahead, like you said, bro, I'm trying to think like, damn, they gonna fire me and him if he don't say what the fuck.
First thought.
Now I gotta think like, okay, now if this nigga don't say nothing, he got to feel me right now.
It's only right.
I ain't about to sit here and just not, you know, it ain't gonna go like that.
Bro, I was locked in like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just looking at him.
Focus, boy.
People say I get fired, I'm gonna
give them something to fire me for. That's we ain't what we talk about.
Because you gotta understand, you know why the last job, I'm working my ass off, bro, sweating bullets. It's 110 degrees inside the plant. They ain't got no fans. All of this extra shit, and I'm getting $17, bro. Text $500. Yeah, bro, and then I get a raise like that. You know, I ain't gonna say nothing. Just keep it. You know what I'm saying? I finally get one of the best jobs I ever had. Feel me? They ain't really doing too much, man. But, you know, it's keeping up with the cost of living. So it's like, damn, what do I do?
Hey, man, y'all stop doing dumb shit on the job, man. Please don't snitch if you can help it, bro. Just let it play out, you know?
That shit be wild. Like, you gonna get a raise of 50 cents or $1 every time you throw somebody, man. People, it's hard, bro. Everything that we done talked about in past episodes is coming to fruition now.
It is,
look at what Trump's doing. You know what I'm saying? That whole housing authority shit. I thought it was a game.
If you don't feel the effects, if nobody is feeling the effects of what Trump is doing right now, you may have that type of money. You know what I'm saying? But I don't care if you do. You still feeling something going on in your purse, you know what I'm saying? You gotta tighten up though.
Just the fact that you know, housing authority, well, I ain't gonna say housing authority, but whatever it is, Section 8, housing authority, whether you in the projects or not, you know, you still providing the roof for your family. I don't knock that at all. You know, you do have
something over your head.
It's a 50-50 split. You got people that don't really care because they actually in it, they're involved as far as like that's how they get, you know, they provide us through public assistance or government assistance. And then you got the other, well, I'm not gonna put it that way. You got people that's taking government assistance because they need it to further themselves. Like they really working, saving money, trying to buy a house, or they really, you know what I'm saying, taking care of shit. Then you got the people that's in there and they're like, fuck it, I'm gonna buy Jordans and whatever, you know what I'm saying, the designer is. I'm going to Charlotte, Atlanta, Miami. I'm taking all these lavish vacations. You ain't saving nothing. You ain't trying to work because you don't want to lose your benefits. You got them. So you got two different type of people that's in
you got a lot
in the structure. But nobody's safe. Whether you got money saved or you don't got money saved, whether you was taking advantage of the program or you wasn't taking advantage of the program and you was actually using the program for what it was supposed to be used for, it's over with. 2 years. You only, I think it's 2 years, whether you just got it this year, you got till next year, but by 2028, Section 8 is not really going to be, it's just going to be for 2 years. Like, you only have it for 2 years. That's it.
Well, you see, even with that, he's trying to put the cut back on the SNAP benefits, you know, all of that, bro. So, and that's crazy that we got into that because, you know, we want to really talk about 5 major problems concerning African Americans today in our communities. Like,
that's a good topic.
You know what I'm saying? You know, we dealing with that, a lot of the racism and discrimination in education, in the housing market, buying houses. You know, they trying to lowball us and highball you and all type of things going on just because of our color. Law enforcement, we dealing with a lot of different, this is just one of the things that we gonna speak on, bro. How you feel about that, bro? Like all the racial bias when it comes to the housing market and education wise, man.
Man, for real, I really got a problem with not really the education, like as far as the teachers, the people that's actually in the schoolhouses that's teaching. I think it's more or less like the structure that they try to give them for us. You get what I'm saying? I feel like that school could be a whole lot different as far as the classes, the depth of the classes, because like you take college, you got a wide variety of things that you can teach, but they're not teaching real history. They're teaching his story. You get what I'm saying? Like, people don't understand culture, other people's culture. They're not digging too much into the actual truth. Like, you might touch slavery, but they're not touching on the fact that slavery existed before, you know what I'm saying, the Africans went to
I couldn't
the
agree,
Caribbean.
bro.
You get what I'm saying?
I think you got a lot of teachers, like you say, that's trying to teach a syllabus or a structure to some children that they're not culturally.
What the hell does syllabus mean?
Like, you know, a text, or like a course, like a syllabus, course or whatever.
No, I just want to know. For real, I just want to know.
They're trying to teach things to children that they're like not really culturally sound to. They can't really relate to the culture that they're coming from. Like, you might have this white girl, you know, disrespect to no colors or teachers that's teaching. You know, we need y'all, but you may have one of those or Asian or whoever teaching a lot of black children, and some of them may relate to them on the nice standard. The kids love them, but when it comes to the other side, they're not able to handle. So culturally, they don't connect with the children. And I think our children are like really losing out in schools when it comes to that, because they don't have like that sound black man some of these schools do, some of them don't.
Yeah,
it's just like I feel education is failing our children now. I just feel that way.
But I also heard something like, okay, you go in there, you do your job. There's more than just teaching. They're more like mentors.
Yeah, for sure.
Secondary parents, because
they're supposed to be.
You know, it's like people, they get into the kids' lives or whatever and try to help out, give them the best advice, you know, if they're caring teachers and things of that nature. But then how far should a teacher have to go? It's not their job to raise them. But you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these kids that's in these schools is lost because the parenting is so slack. You get what I'm saying? Everybody's trying to be him or her and not the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Would you agree that teaching comes with more than just teaching a course or or a textbook or whatever it is? I think teaching comes with you know, the leadership and showing the value outside of them, because they have to learn from someone that they can look up to. And if we know, if we don't look up to a certain thing, we're not really listening to what that person's trying to say. That's even with the younger generation today that we dealing with. Oh, we ain't trying to hear that shit.
Bro, it's a big difference. All these school shootings and shit like that, the attitudes that these kids got, man, I'm pretty sure they be popping off on teachers too, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just some wild shit, man. Yeah,
that all of that, like, I just feel like, I'm not, you know, not just the black students. It could be, you know, white students, other nationalities of students that may be failing due to, you know, whatever environment they're coming from. Because not all black people are just out here being uneducated. You know what I'm saying? So, but we'll predominantly make up that percentage of the children that are failing tremendously, bro, because they can get on this tablet and learn every song, every damn TikTok, every damn drill song, you know what I'm saying? But then when it comes to their education, bro, they're failing behind, bro. I think we need to go back to the drawing board and find a better way to like challenge and teach the children, man. I think so. That's just my theory of it.
Yeah, I just feel like it starts in the house, man. I really do. I feel like everything starts in the house and how the house is structured. You know, if you coming from a party house, the kids is gonna be different from a church house. The church house is gonna be different than the kids is growing up and the parents is selling liquor. You know what I'm saying? Everything's different. So I just feel like that's where it starts from. It starts from the house.
Yeah, it does. It does. But you know, like you say, man, it starts in the house, but we had friends that grew up in great households. We grew up in good households, but the influence of their parents was like a little more greater than where I came from. Like, we come from not really wanting to listen, but was raised up real good, but just the hard-headed part, like,
facts.
you know what I'm saying? It was just different, bro. Like, And then you had your pal over here. I'm listening, I'm going home. But then just take that one little break later on in life, bro. It just took that one decision that got him off track. When he listened the whole time. The whole time we was hard headed from the jump. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I salute it. I definitely salute it. But that's where the wisdom comes from. Being hard-headed, bumping your head, learning your lessons. So, when you...
But without that, kids, though, if we wouldn't have did that, do you think what direction, if we would have just actually just listen, what do you think our outcome would be?
I think about that all the time because I think about that all the time. And I'm thankful that, God bless us to where we're not lost out of our generation. You get what I'm saying? So... But I feel like we probably... I could speak for you and for me. Or I can't really speak for you, but I could say that I think both of us would have been... pretty much in a good state, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Financially or, just mentally too. So it's like, I think about a lot of things I could have done different, but I don't regret the person that I became. You know what I'm saying?
I respect that. I definitely feel the same way, man. Yeah. That was big right there.
Because I feel, change is necessary. You know what I'm saying? There's no change without growth and no growth without change. So it's like you want to see your people elevate. I do. You know what I'm saying? I know you do too. Like, there's no hate in my body. Somebody pull up in a new car, new clothes, new house, whatever they taking. I'm not tripping, man. I'm happy for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right.
At the end of the day, everybody's gonna have their time. You know what I'm saying? When it's deemed fit, it's gonna be. What's for you is for you. What's for me is for me. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna definitely happen.
Do some of y'all, some of my black home buyers, your first time home buyers, or if you're out there just really searching for a new home and you're going through your lending companies or whatever, your real estate agents or whatever you got going, do you feel that you're getting a fair shot in the market as far as pricing and what you're looking for when you're going out looking at these homes? Because, it's a lot of data that's showing that black people are not getting treated fairly in the housing market. That's why we got Jharris Investments, and my boy gonna treat you just right. He gonna get you where you need to get to, whether it's renting, buying, or whatever. He gonna get you there. Yeah, let's go.
Oh yeah, definitely got to shout out the sponsor, Jharris Investments. Stay secure and affordable housing, building up the community one house at a time. Yeah, definitely. I ain't know that, you know what I'm saying? As far as like...
It's major, man.
Because you see so many people buying houses, but I think as a whole, as a community, people need to just start...
Doing that research.
Doing the research. Right. I don't really feel like people are getting... Because money don't have no color. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And then if you think about it, I don't know any colored or any different race that'd be like, oh, they black, I'm going to charge them more. You get what I'm saying? Because we don't really have it like that. Well, some of us don't. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they give you the shittier homes.
But I was about to get into that. We call it a limit, like a car.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? The house is a limit.
They have these inspectors tell lies to you, and you're buying a limit. You know what I'm saying? Just to get the house sold to a minority, whereas they don't have to deal with it no more. It's just a lot of different aspects to it that I'm learning, and it's more, yo. Yeah. I'm just trying to bring awareness to some people that may be out here looking for a home. Just be careful about what you're going and have the right people with you that's going to help you understand what you're doing.
So you said they got like false appraisers.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of different underhanded shit, bro, to some of us.
You go over there and tell them that the house is in good condition, but it's black mold in there.
Yeah, bro, and a lot of us don't understand, they're not looking for that. They just looking, oh, this nice, this big, this whatever. You're not looking under the house for the water damage. You're not looking on top of the roof for the water damage in the gutters or the whatever. You know what I'm saying? There's just a lot of different elements when you buying these homes that you need to be up on. We're going to try to help get y'all aware of these things.
Okay, well, you said you got one to talk about. You said 5 things.
Well, that's just one element of what the racism and discrimination part when we spoke on the education and the housing market. We didn't even get into the law enforcement situation, but then, you got the economic inequality, like, the racial wealth gap. African-American households hold significantly less wealth than white households.
That's a given.
We know that, but some of us out here really get into it, but just...
that's a small percentage.
Yeah.
And I want to expound on that. I just feel like it's too much. It's
division in the black community.
You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like not wanting to work with somebody for this or not wanting to work with them for that.
A lot of pettiness.
It's real pettiness, and then I feel like our people would rather be competitors than supporters.
That's,
you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact, bro. Like let's talk about
let's
it,
just be real. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about it.
I could come and buy your cake. You don't want to buy my cake. You don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Business is business. Somebody else is going to come through.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? But just hypothetically speaking, you know, it's like we all the same, man. If you in business, we in business. Let's do business. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? And you never know what might come from that. Like really actually building that solid network to where people can try to raise each other up. Like people can say whatever they want. Look at the Spanish people or Mexicans have the stereotype of they got 30 people in one house. I don't see how they do it. You hear that, right?
Yeah, we heard that a lot.
What they not paying attention is them 30 done worked and paid this house off in a fucking year. And then
now they working on somebody else's house.
Now they working on the next house.
They have 30 houses in 10 years.
That's why they driving the big trucks. That's why the motherfucking belt buckles cost $200 and them damn cowboy boots is $400. Say what the hell you want to say. I respect it.
Yeah.
If we gonna buy a house, I'm gonna drink Modelo's with them.
You know, and if the black community could kind of look at one another and see that in each other, bro, we could get so much further, bro.
Yeah, fast, bro. I mean, I'm not a racist person because I feel like everybody should have pride in their race, bro. You should have pride. You should have pride in your race.
What's wrong with that, man?
You know what I'm saying? But when you start thinking that the next race or the next culture is underneath you, belittling, then that becomes racism. You know what I'm saying? But I really feel like if people just in general united, like instead of having judgment off rip, it's too much judgment. You look and you judge without knowing the proper story or the proper background of the person for themselves. You get what I'm saying? That's really where the problem lies.
That's the biggest problem in our black community. We don't see a lot of that in other communities.
Like I don't care if you watch this show, just hit the button, hit like, and be like, yo, y'all did y'all thing. You ain't got to watch it. You know what I'm saying? But that's support to me. You know what I'm saying? And then you got those that's going to really watch the show. They might watch 10 minutes. They might watch 30. They might watch the whole joint. I don't know how it goes. You know, we just see it from the comments.
I'm just like, you know, we dealing with a lot of fake supporters, but that's cool though, you know, because everything is good, man. Whether you faking, whether you really real with it, you're supporting in some type of way. So we take it however it comes, man. So
man, shout out to them people that steady clicking that button, man. Really appreciate y'all tuning in. You know, it's a process. We said that off the rip that this was it's a growing thing. As the podcast grows, the audience grows, we grow. You know, you never know what's gonna come from it. Hopefully, you know, God got big things popping, and you know what I'm saying, in the future. For sure, we're gonna keep on pushing regardless. And I just wanna say thank you to everybody that's continuously watching, sharing the posts, going to YouTube, leaving comments. You know, it means a lot, you know, trying to get monetized and make this thing a actual growing form or platform and format. You know, it is what it is. It's crazy work all the way around the board, but I appreciate y'all though.
We want to thank y'all, man, for everything. All our fans, supporters, new followers. Just keep subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting, looking us up. You know what I'm saying? If it's something that you want us to talk about, just get at us. We'll put that in there. Let's get it.
Oh yeah.
But you know, I want to get back in touch on the conversation of the you know, what we were just speaking on, the racial wealth gap before we get out of here, bro. Like, do you think a lot of that is due to the limited access of capital and business opportunities that black people not giving themselves, or?
I really feel like it's the individual. I really feel like everybody, I'm gonna speak on myself, I'm my own worst enemy. You know what I'm saying? If I lack motivation, I'm not gonna have wealth. If I lack determination or ambition, if I lack these key characters, you know what I'm saying, that it takes to be successful, I'm not gonna win, period. Yeah. If I'm doing negative shit and that karma comes back and blocks those blessings, I'm not gonna win. So it's just about being solid and being very real with yourself.
So what if you're applying all of those characteristics and you're going in that direction, and then you get in a room where you're being blocked because of your color, and you're being discriminated because you're trying to start your own business, but they feel you don't have a place in this part?
Well, if you speak like that might be different. You know, sometimes like certain cities, you might not get the location that you want. You know what I'm saying? But the next person get it, and y'all had the same qualifications.
Would that bother you if you
Yeah,
try
it
to
would
get
bother
that?
me,
Then
but
they say,
it would bother
the white
me.
man got it over
It would
here.
bother me for literally 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, man, look at this shit. You know what I'm saying? Then my mind automatically, like I was telling you, at the job, by going to the next contingency,
Yeah,
I'm
let's
constantly
go.
thinking, constantly moving. I gotta be my own momentum to be the driving force for my own success. So if
bro.
that stops, I'm on to something else. Like, if this doesn't work out, I'm on to something else. So you just can't let somebody stop that.
Nah,
you know
you can't. I definitely agree, because if you constantly let people get in the way of your drive, of your success, your drive, like you say, bro, you're gonna push yourself 10 times back every fucking time, man. And that's what people want to do to you. So y'all keep on grinding and pushing out there, man.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Now I was about to get up on that thing now for real, cause that's something that I deal with every day, bro. Something is trying to stop, block, or hate. I deal with it every day. You know what I'm saying? And you know, sometimes it will get to you sometimes, like, damn, why you even got to go through all this? I'm not saying I'm the best dude, but I've been a good dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, to a lot of people, you know, here and abroad, like, but, you know, and I always stand on my word, for real. You know, I grew up watching Scarface. That was my favorite movie, you know what I'm saying? All the man has is his balls in his word. You know what I'm saying? That's it, you know what I'm saying? So I really keep that the core part of my foundation, man. But I don't let nothing stop me, man. I can't, you know. And that's the things I try to drill into my own flesh and blood. You know what I'm saying? I try to give my boys, like, look at your pops. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to stop. You know, even though I had a late start, I don't let that stop, because I ain't looking in the past. You know what I'm saying? If you steady looking in the past, you don't see what's in front of you. You gotta know. You gotta look in the front to see what direction you're going. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. To even see what's coming, you still gotta look forward. So I ain't letting the past stop me. I ain't letting my past stop me. I ain't letting nobody stop me. Like, period, bro. It is what it is. It's crazy work.
Yeah, it's just time we just keep pushing, man. Just try to get up out of these hard times that all of us have to face. You know, when it comes to the discrimination and all of those things that kind of hold us back, bro. That should be more for us to kind of cling together, for togetherness, to be stronger with each other, man.
But you got people that they not going. Now let's be real. You got black business, and then you have black business.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? All black business ain't good business, period. You know what I'm saying? So I understand why. You got to think people be like, I'm going to go and support my own. You go over here, they got the nastiest attitude.
Yeah, or they got
what
the
you
nastiest,
want? You know what I'm saying? What you want? You want 3 legs? What else? You know what I'm saying? You want some hot tea? You want lemon in it? What? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the attitude is
different. Go over here to Marty's and be like, yo, let me get that 25 piece and it's right up and ready, fresh and hot, with no BS, you know?
So that's why I say it just starts with self. You know what I'm saying? Like just being a good person, doing good business, and that right there is just going to attract so much positive energy. You know what I'm saying? And then hopefully people start gravitating towards it, and maybe that energy will change. And you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, opportunities start happening, things start growing. You never know. People might be like, hey, look, you know, I got this house for you. And it might be at the same time you're looking for a house, but you would have never known unless you change your attitude, unless you change your demographics, you change the places that you go, you know what I'm saying, the people that you be around or whatever, you know what I'm saying? If you got bullshit in your life, period, you know what I'm saying, it's time to just get rid of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
That's right.
And to me, it's the image. Like, culturally, it's the image, trying to be that. Like, you got to have the bust down rollie, and you got to have this. You know, if you get something because you want it, cool. But to get it because you want people to see you in it, it's something different.
Short,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
different.
I want the ladies to see me with this. I want all them whack-ass dudes to see I'm stunting. That's the wrong energy. It's the wrong way to look at it, period. You know what I'm saying?
Especially if you still broke at the end of the day.
You get what I'm saying? You got all of this shit, and you don't own your car, you don't own your house, you don't got, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just stupid, but that's the mindset of the people, some of the people that we have, you know what I'm saying, in our culture.
We got to get everybody to change that narrative, including ourselves, and everybody, you know, that's around us. We want to change that narrative and get everybody on that same accord.
I'm fresh off work.
Yeah, let's go. Oh, well, I'm a few hours off, but I'm fresh, you know.
Yeah, I got to go in there tomorrow, man.
Yeah,
for real.
Appreciate y'all tuning in on this Good Friday.
Oh, yeah, tap in. Y'all already know. Tuesdays at 5. That's when it's gonna post. That's the new date, time, you know what I'm saying? So y'all be ready, man. You know them clips about to start dropping, man. Y'all click that link at the bottom. It's gonna be in the description. Tap in with Jharris Investments, man. For real, for real. Get yourself somewhere to stay, man.
We out of here.
This is Krazy Work Podcast. Let's talk about it.